Really interesting brand for us to work on in this agency. It's been around for about 50 years. It was one of the first laundry brands in the UK.
Well, the Doorstep Challenge was a very long-running campaign, a very successful campaign. But with any campaign, one has to be in touch with the consumer. And in the case of Doorstep Challenge, we felt that it was out of touch with the modern-day housewife in this particular target audience.
There's the good side of a long-lasting campaign, which is people, associate your brand immediately with it, and you get very high visibility and recall. But the bad side of it is that you need to keep in tune with what's happening in the world and in consumers' lives, and you need to, evolve with times. And I think Doorstep Challenge in the beginning was very different.
At that time as well, Surf launched this campaign, Birds of a Feather, and Surf shares absolutely started to climb, whilst at the same time our campaign was, as I said, losing cultural relevance and stopped becoming entertaining.
The research we carried out we thought was quite innovative. We did ethnography by going into our core targets' houses and simply sitting with them, having cups of tea in their kitchen and understanding their daily chores in their lives. What we gleaned from this is that actually their washing up is not the all and be of their lives. It's a chore they have to do. Also, we understood that what gave our consumer entertainment, their release from their daily chores, was watching soap operas.
Cleaner Close, episode 3, and Pat's convinced she's finally caught Mick with Jackie Strong.
Cleaner Close is it's a soap opera spoof where the benefit unfolds around the benefits of Daz. Daz, if you like, is the hero of the drama. It's the kind of the one thing that stays solid, safe, reliable and dependable in and amongst the kind of the ludicrous and crazy things that happen in this soap opera spoof.
At the time that Cleaner Clothes came on air, it was very clear for us within Procter & Gamble that if your advertising did not entertain, you were never going to sell. Because people, they just don't watch it. With the current media clutter that you have, if you don't entertain people and get them glued to listen to your message, your advertising is not going to go anywhere.
It works slightly differently to many P&G campaigns and advertising campaigns they've done over the years. And it works differently because it's very much emotionally led rather than the traditional kind of problem-solution based advertising. So I think that for P&G it was a very brave decision to let this go on air.
The old campaign was not working anymore. So you could argue that we didn't have a lot to lose because, the brand was decreasing in sales, the share was down, the campaign wasn't working, competition was growing, so it was almost like we need to get something out there because if we don't, we're not going to lose much more than this.
Well, of course, it started off 100% with television as the core medium to take the campaign forward, but since then we're taking it across different channels and different mediums, keeping television as a pillar, but being supported by a variety of activity.
We'll always have something on back of pack that might relate to the TV ad that's on air at the time. We have a website where, again, people can find out more about the cast and characters and really become much more involved in it. We've had great fun with road shows where we did a search for a soap star where people could actually audition to be in a real-life soap. We've had print ads and advertorials where we've been in soap magazines where we'll kind of almost spoof the genre of soap writing, so you can find out again more about the next episode and what's coming up. Ultimately, the campaign was judged on its success in terms of sales. That for P&G is obviously one of the most important things.
The primary measure has been the volume share. And I think since we put the campaign on air, we've seen the share grown and increased, I think, volume share by 23% versus the previous campaign.
We showed that the return on investment had gone from £1.21 to £2.19 within a couple of years.
There are various other measures as well. For example, the strength of the equity. We know that we wanted to build the equity in whiteness and as a great cleaning brand, and that as well has shown huge increases. There are other measures as well, like price elasticity, where traditionally in this market, which is becoming increasingly commoditized, we are now able to sort of strengthen our position and make it less price elastic.
With any great campaign, you need to achieve cut-through and connection with the consumer.
Daz has carved out a very specific niche with a very distinctive positioning and target group. And that's also part of why this is so successful.
It's about knowing your consumer. Consumer has to be right at the heart of everything you do. And that's where we got to with this campaign. It wouldn't have happened without them, and it wouldn't be relevant or right without them.
Brilliant white, aren't they, Jack? Or hadn't you noticed?
So will new Daz Citrus Blast be fizzing through Jackie's sheets? Will Mick's fragrant boxes be back between pants? Find out with Daz, the soap you can believe in. Cleaner Close, and Jackie's having a clear out.
this?
It's from when we had the band.
Band? What happened?
Our whites faded and so did the magic.
But you can get it back, love, with new Daz.
Turns dingy greys dazzling white. Look at our dazzling costumes.
We can be sexy again.
I'm too sexy for my whites. Too sexy for my whites. So sexy, so bright. I'm too sexy for
Has Jackie fallen for more than dazzling whites? Find out with new Daz.